Got two happy dollars here. The first happy dollar is I've never had just 5 people for dinner on Thursday. That's going to be real strange, but we just won't be so worn out. The other happy dollar is I'm thankful for all of you Lions. Without you, the community would not receive a lot of things that they need. So I just want to thank you for that. Is that it? No more? Okay, hang tight. Let's get this meeting going. Our invocation is Larry Hansen.
Heavenly Father, we come before you with much thanks and praise. And thank you that we have this opportunity this evening just to stop and reflect on all that we have to be thankful for the friends that we have, the opportunity in lives, for the service to our community. We thank you now for the food we get to strengthen our body, and for your spirit, to strengthen our spirit. Accomplish the things you have us accomplish in your name as well. In Jesus' name, amen.
Our flag salute today will be led by Floria Lee. Mike?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And past President Phil Olson to lead, singing.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Thank you. And we need introduction of guests. Kathy Carmody. She's coming back.
John Palmer Jr., would you like to introduce your guest?
It works, but it seems a little...
This is my girls again. This is Chloe, the oldest, and Kim, the youngest. Soon not to be the youngest anymore. Very soon.
Any other guests? Okay, we do have a guest that didn't get signed in. Randy, is it Randy? Randy from Bumblebee Towing is here today. Would you please stand, Randy? Good to have you.
And all of your cars can be picked up later.
Yeah. So next we'll have Sunshine, but Cindy's going to speak from here. So if you can just stay there, Jim, because you're going to start back there.
All right, we have quite a bit for Sunshine. I'm going to try to talk loud. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'm going to need the other mic then.
Okay.
Can I have the other mic, please, Jerry?
Sure. You want me to just stand here and hold it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we have quite a list of Sunshine. First, Greg Swanson's going in tomorrow for surgery on his rotator cuff from his fall out of the wagon last summer. He came into the shop a couple days ago and said he's still having issues with that. His neck, he said, is still not the same. As some of you know, Harold Malone lost his son Kelly to cancer. We're sending around cards for those, and we also are going to be donating money to Kelly's charity of choice. It's a wonderful camp. I checked it out online for kids suffering from cancer. Cindy Lynn, Rex's fiance, her son had an emergency appendectomy on Monday. Yes. Yeah, Monday. He's home. He's resting at home, so we're sending out a card for that. Spoke to Janice last night, and the little stinker has been hiding out again. She had surgery last week, and evidently she's got low blood circulation on her amputated leg, and so they installed stents to see if she gets an improved blood flow. If not, they're going to have to amputate her leg above the knee. We have a card going around for her. Daryl, I talked to Tracy yesterday, he went in for his checkup after having his surgery. He is doing well, there was no weight gain, but he is eating, she tells me all the time, it's just very small portions. They removed the staples and the sutures, and he also went in, after that, they went to see a dermatologist. He had some kind of a spot on his head that they removed. They don't think it's cancerous, but they will be testing that. And I have some good news.
Okay.
Pat Reif is cancer-free. She's able to drive, but she's not driving yet. She's trying to build up her strength. So anytime you guys have news on Sunshine, whether it be bad or good, please let me know before the meeting so I can have an appropriate card going around. And as always, I appreciate good news.
Now, if we could go back to the back of the room, Paul Spears, do you want to just review us on the Salvation Army?
President Maryland, fellow lines of guests, just a reminder that December the 17th, which is a Saturday, not the 19th, and I will have sign-up sheets in here probably in a couple of weeks, it's too early yet, but keep it in mind, it'll be from 10 o'clock till 6 o'clock, both doors at Fred Meyer for a bell ring.
Thank you. Could we go to past President Pat Palmer? I can do this, but would you let the club know how the bylaws is progressing?
Thank you very much, President Maryland. Co-chair Russ, past President Russ, Case, and myself, co-chairs of Constitution and Bylaws. We presented to the board at the last board meeting. The board of directors approved the changes and updates and new language and wording in the bylaws for our club. Thank God. This is kind of like the longest, worst surgery that's ever gone on. But thanks to Doug Harvey, starting over 2 years ago, we got it right now. Soon, within the next couple of days, you're going to be receiving an email. It's going to have 2 files attached to it. One is the approved bylaws by the board of directors. The other one is the former copy with strikeouts and deletions, so that if you're able and weird enough and really want to do this, you can compare the documents and make sure you like all the changes. If you distrust us, you can just hit read receipt or send back the fact that and not acknowledge that you have received this email so we can get that list down. There's a 14-day period by our existing bylaws where you have to let us know that you received the information so that we can vote on it. December
We said
20th.
December 20th would be voting day.
We are going to be voting on it. So it'll be a lot more than 14 days that you actually have access to this information. If you don't like reading digital files, please come by my store. We're starting next Tuesday. I will have copies of them here, the draft version and the strikeout versions, and you'll be able to pick those up and take them at your leisure. This is a binding vote with the people who are present at the meeting on December 20th. Simple majority binding vote. So there's 100 people in the room, 51 people say yes, it is approved. That's how it works. That's what we're operating on. So I encourage you to let me know or let the email system know that you received the files, received the information, and then the club is then paid with me to print and mail them out to all of the different members. But we have to acknowledge that we're receiving it by each and every member, and I truly will drive to Winlock and put a copy in Sam Price's hands if he needs that.
That's good.
So Steve's going to have a list for me of the people that don't receive emails. If you absolutely want a copy, please come this evening, we'll get you one. And please make sure that all members know coming on December 20th and vote. You'll like the outcome of this vote. Which side of the fence?
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Pat.
Not now.
I just got lost. Hold on. Zone Chair, let's see, Mark Kelch is here. He would do Wakanuk. Sorry. Just dates.
President Maryland, fellow Lions and guests, yes, Wakanok is coming up, first Saturday in December, this year, December 3rd. We're going to meet at 9:30 at the Walmart parking lot, out toward the McDonald's into the parking lot. I do have the sign-up sheet. I don't know if anybody has not seen this over the last couple of weeks, and if you raise your hand, I'd be happy to get it to you. We need lots of volunteers for this event. And I understand I'll be having a few more words about this later, Marilyn?
Yes.
Okay, I'll refer till then. Motion to use Walmart, yes.
Okay. Judy Fromdahl.
Sign up sheet while I'm
President Marilyn, Lions and Yes. I just want to remind you of the party, December 2nd, here at the Eagles. Just the right place. And there is a sign-up sheet going around, so you can sign up and for whatever you're going to bring and stuff. And be sure, when it comes to, we're going to be giving different things to the Salvation Army, and we're trying to give things that belong, that would go for teenage girls and boys, because they're the ones that are always left out at the Salvation Army. So if you have stuff, if you can bring them to the meetings or that night, and we'll still accept the next week or so also.
Thank you, Judy. On over here to Carrie Ann Botero. Over here.
President Marilyn, fellow Lions and guests. Just a reminder, and there is a sign-up sheet going around as well. This project for the Jumbo's Toy Run takes a lot of people, but it does not take a lot of time. So, and we definitely will allow those of you that have a football Sunday to get early shifts so you can leave and not miss your football game. So if that is you, please let me know so we can account for that.
Jan said thank you for E&I.
Yes, you're on it. So that is this Sunday already. Jumbo's Toy Run, we're meeting at the Kelso Elks at noon-ish. Can be a little bit after. The run actually starts promptly at 1. And we are just blocking streets. So they go through, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we are done. So it's a great organization to help out with. They collect toys for school-age kids and hand those out. In fact, Deb Ingram will be a speaker in December, and we'd love to see all of you there in your yellow jackets, blocking streets for the Jumbo's Toy Run. So please sign up, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you. Zone Chair Doug.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Quickly.
Update on the Legacy Project. We are finishing up with the design stage. We actually submitted our initial design to the Parks Department for the Lion Shelter, and they asked for a meeting, and we talked to them, and they made some changes that they wanted. So we went back to the drawing board and recreated it, and resubmitted it yesterday, as a matter of fact. There is a meeting by the Parks Board next Monday at 5 p.m. over the Parks Department for the board to review it, and hopefully they'll approve it. Once they approve it, then we'll go to the development stage, which will approve the costs and the way we're going to put it together. The second thing is, on Monday the 28th, is also the last official visitation of the year to be at the Klamath Lions again, in Klamath to introduce the district governor to his own club, City Interested.
Good luck with that.
That is this coming Monday night at 7.
That's right.
Kalama Lion, or the Kalama Civic Center, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's at the community center.
Community Center in Kalama, 7 o'clock.
Are you done?
I think I'm done. So why don't we give Cindy that microphone? I have one announcement. It is Thanksgiving Thursday, and I don't really plan on being here for the board meeting, so dinner at home. Anyway, no board meeting this Thursday. Next board meeting. You bring in the food? Next board meeting will be December 8th. So, and with that, I've got one other thing that needs to be done. Past President Phil Olson, would you mind coming up here?
Thank you, President Maryland. If I could have a couple people come forward. The Special Awards Committee has been working very, very hard on your behalf. The Real Awards Committee has been working even harder, and we'll hear from them in a little bit. But the Special Awards Committee has some people to honor today. So if I could ask Mike Firth, Past President Mike Firth, and Past District Governor Jim Reineke to come forward, please. You may recall, those of you who were actually paying attention, that a few weeks ago, Past District Governor Jim made a little mention it might be construed as critical of Mike's weight. And, I think it's time for the rest of the story. Mike has had a decade-long ambition to wrestle in the WWE. And he went to Dallas for a tryout, and he passed with flying colors. The only thing is, they said, you don't weigh enough. So he has been working very, very hard to meet the minimum weight required for the WWE. Meanwhile, as District Governor Jim pokes a little fun at that. So, you know, he's a little sensitive about that weight because he's working very hard. So after the meeting, in appreciation for his comments, Mike showed Jim his signature move. You know, every wrestler has a signature move, and in his case, it's the atomic crotch drop, which is awesome. So we want to congratulate you. First of all, Lion Mike, you're almost there to the WWE, and we'll all be watching on Monday nights. And Past District Governor Jim, we want to congratulate you for being the first adult member of the Vienna Boys Choir. This marks the first time in several years they've had somebody who can reach the high note in Pie Jesu. And also, it is Thanksgiving week, and I'm happy to announce that Jim has been permanently removed from the gene pool.
Look at those eyes.
I don't wear jeans.
So at this
Wrestling, that WWE?
at this time, I would like to bring Past President Cindy up to give the awards for the month of October and whatever else catch up. It's a very busy slate today. Oh, one more thing. And I also wanted to have Third VP Leroy. It's not even on? Oh, he turned it off. That's good. We got it. And Third VP Leroy is the VP over Street of Screams, and I'm sure that that will be recognized today. So I've asked him to be involved.
All right, so first we're going to do the unsungs, and we had a lot of help with Street of Screams, and we had a couple of very important unsungs that helped deliver and take back decorations to the storage at Millennium. Can I have Past President Mike Firth once again come up?
Have a second lunch with all this exercise.
I was going to say, he's got this exercise every day.
It's a food certificate.
Thank you for all you did. I understand that you were Johnny on the spot for getting the decorations to and from Millennium, so thank you very much. No?
I just pulled it up. Thank you. Take it back. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, we had one other event in October, and that was our health screening unit at the grade school. So can I have Ron Stoppler come forward for organizing that, please?
Hey, Ron. brisk up, we got more to do, keep going.
Yeah. Thank
Best
you
going
for
man
such
ever.
a good job of organizing that, Ron.
Run, Forrest!
Thank you, everybody.
Now we're moving on to the Lion of the Month, and the person that put on the Street of Screams. Could I have Kathy Carmody come forward, please?
Take your time.
Thank you for doing such an awesome job. I heard it was a great turnout.
Yes, this really, really needs to be shared with Andy. I mean, if anybody worked their tail off, that man was there every day, and he was there at least 8-9 hours every day. He took time off from work to be there. I cannot tell you how much I appreciated him. I really can't. And the rest of you people that volunteered and came in, I joined the right club. That's all I can say. You guys are just awesome, and I really appreciate it. And this year we started kind of a new thing with getting teenagers that need their hours, and they are really, really good. If you need help, call them. Thank you.
We also want to give a shout out to the people that helped us do the Street of Screams. They've been doing it for several years. One of the most important ones is getting our decoration, or our sets, I guess is what they're called, panels to and from Millennium. And could I have Bumblebee Towing please come forward? Randy and his crew for a lot of years has, at no charge to the club, taken the decorations from Millennium and delivered them to us at the fairgrounds and then taken them back, and they do an awesome job, very professional, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll also give a shout out, even though there's nobody representing them, Millennium Bulk. For those again that don't know, they let us store our boards there at no charge. They have been doing that for the last several years. Also, Doug Harvey, I believe, was responsible for getting J.H. Kelly on board, so they come in and they do the basic construction of the walls, and then we just tack our stuff up and decorate it. So, you know, we didn't have a lot of members in our organization that were able to do that construction, so they stepped up and did that. So we're giving a shout out to both of those, and hopefully soon they'll join us for lunch. Thank you.
Awesome. So we have just a few extra minutes, and I've asked past zone chair Greg and past district governor Mark to come up and share some information about Walk and Knock. This mic works if you're close, and this one works too, so whatever you like. We got about 5 seconds left.
Sure. What's that? I know, I brought it up for her. I'll get to that, Councilman Botero. Boy, I do have a few words about the sign for Councilman Botero as well. We'll get to that. First of all, a little bit of history. Waukenock Food Drive is the largest food drive in Cowlitz County. It's the largest food drive in Clark County. There are a few other areas outside of Southwest Washington that have also taken this idea. The idea started in this club, the Longview Pioneer Lions. We couldn't quite pull it off because we weren't smart enough to figure out to invite other service organizations. Past international director Bud Passmore out of Vancouver with some other Vancouver Lions is the one that realized, well, you know, if we involve Rotary and Kiwanis and the Scouts, we could probably pull this off. Their food drive is amazing. We're pretty dang close. We do a great job up here. Gives you a little bit of how the history went. Frank Gerloff from the Kelso Lions, I think many of you knew Frank. He was the one that kind of spearheaded the Cowlitz County group, following the same model that they had in Clark County. Got it rolling. Right now, Greg and Tom Gunn are the county-wide chairs that keep this event moving forward, together with Cap. Gives you a little bit of background. Our club developed routes with maps. Very effective system. It's been copied by other groups and service organizations as well. We have it down to pretty much a science on the routes, and pretty much a science in the van as well, packing the food, the way that all works and puts together. Because some people like the same route over and over, particularly past District Governor Jim Reinecke and Eileen, we came up with a preferred route method that we go through that. Now, Jim isn't able to do that anymore, but if you want any expertise on the Heritage Village, I think it's called, the manufacturing area out there, he's done the same area for pretty much most of the last 25, 30 years. So definitely an expert on that.
Yeah, that's why it's not available.
I also had a commentary from a few people that said, you know, we don't necessarily want a preferred route, we just want to sign up. So I did add a page for just general volunteers as well. We have signs available, and Vanna White will show you this sign. These are yard signs. With the exception of the city of Longview, we can put these signs up anywhere and help promote the Walk and Knock food drive. In the city of Longview, we have an ordinance and regulation that only allows us 72 hours before the event, and we will get in trouble. We've heard about it before for our signs. Perhaps a certain councilman might get us a little bit of slack on that in the future, but we're working on that. If you're in rural Cowlitz County, any of the sign complaints go to moi, so I will help take care of that. As long as you're not blocking a sight line, you're perfectly okay putting these up, promoting our event. One thing that Greg and I always like to emphasize, it's called Walk and Knock for a reason. Too many groups drive by, they look for bags, they pick up the bags, and they move on. Two things are wrong with that. First of all, you're going to miss people that don't get the daily news. You know, news break, not everybody gets the paper these days. They might not know about it. They'd like to contribute. If you just stop and ask them, they'll contribute some food. Number two, there's a lot of people don't necessarily get the bag out right at 10 o'clock, and they get a little ticked off because nobody came to pick up their food, and they're not going to contribute the next year. So it really, really is important that we get out and walk and knock the entire route. I don't think I have anything else to contribute. Greg?
In the last few years, our area out west of town, we take 38th Avenue out, all the way out county line basically. We're the only area that has shown a consistency as far as what we're collecting. All of the areas are down, and like Mark says, walk and knock. The other areas are not doing the knocking. Anyway, we need as many of you as we possibly can out there, week from Saturday. Should be done by 2, 3 in the afternoon. Those of you that can only put in a couple hours, please come out, give us those 2 hours. We can use you.
All good?
Lots of knockers. Thank you.
I'll take the yard sign.
Thank you, Greg and Mark. So,
If they want more signs, I have more in my car. They can see me after.
oh, okay.
Give them a mug and a membership app, would you?
Yeah.
Mark just said if you want more signs, he has some in his car, so see Mark afterwards. Mike? The question was, are we using
Are you utilizing local high school seniors that need community service hours? They're certainly welcome. There's a large softball team that comes out that has a lot of high school students on it in their space. We're very happy to take any of those. Anybody who wants to come out, if you have friends, if you have family that would like to participate, bring them on out.
always something we can put them to work to do? So I'm going to review the announcements today. Jumbo Toy Run, Sunday, what is it, 27th. Meet over at Kelso Elks at noon. See Carrie Ann if you want to sign up for that. We just got through talking about Walk and Knock, which is December 3rd, week from Saturday. Christmas party's the night before, and I know that it's just a great time to get together and have some fellowship with other Lions. And if you have some friend that you'd like to kind of share Lions with, bring them along as well. That's a potluck at the Eagles at 6:30, right? And bring an unwrapped gift. 6 p.m. I'm sorry, I wrote the wrong time. Unwrapped gift for teenagers. Visitation Kalama, Monday night. District Governor visit. Legacy Project was Parks and Rec meeting. Was that something you announced, or is that just something you have to do?
I said to do it.
Okay. All right. And then just a reminder, there's no board meeting this week. And a couple of other things that I didn't announce, just for lack of time. You might put this on your calendar. In December, when the Mark Morris After Hours Choir comes, that's generally a guest day. Bring your spouse, if your spouse isn't a member, or your friend or family to lunch that day. It's a very special day, and we'll be entertained by the Mark Morris After Hours Choir. That was December 13th on Tuesday lunch. Also, along the lines with the bylaws, Keith Huff is working on updating the email mail-out list. We have updated as much as we can with LCI, so we have a new roster that has pretty much everyone's current addresses. And so he is also posting that on the website. Do any of you not go to the website? Have you not been on the pioneerlions.org site? Once he gets all that up, he'll probably post the bylaws as well. So you can also view the proposed bylaws and the past ones that were changed. They have the red line in it. You can open that up. And you go to members area. So it's pioneerlions.org. Open up the members area, and you'll need a passcode and an ID and a passcode. So if you don't know what it is, you can see me after the meeting and I'll share that with you. Senility, Steve?
President Maryland, Lions and guests. We won't have to go far to collect the fine because this came as a couple. Walt and Marie failed to sign in today.
Line up.
We sure don't want to cause a fight.
That's it.
That's it. I also want to remind you about Lions Island. It's Thursday night that it comes on, the lights. The lights are on this weekend. And then they're off, back on the 3rd, which will be a parade night, I assume, for the city. Okay, cool. Blue ticket. We have 535-5191. Oh, you don't have to walk very far there, Paul. Jane Gurdon. Somebody different gets to draw. And the red ticket is 8211657. 657. David, so I think you've won before. Where would you like to have that go? What's that? Relay for Life. That's great. And speaking of relay, ladies, we have some pies to give away.
We do, and somebody asked earlier, who in the mix of buying tickets usually gets the stuff? We have an early purchaser and a late purchaser. Mark, gets one?
Kathy Carmody and Mark Pelch. They get the pumpkin pies. That's cool. So is there anything else that I've missed?
Marilyn, has anybody not signed these 3 cards that go around?
I don't know if it came to our table. Did it come up? We need it up here. Thank you. Should I adjourn the meeting? You guys want to go? You sure? All right. One more thing. Happy Thanksgiving.